Hey guys, okay, so this brief video, inheritism with classes, inheriting with classes. Okay, so I made a Forms app to do this because, well, we're using Forms apps, right? So I'm gonna make this simple. Okay, so we have a base class here. It's called Orc. We know what orcs are, big burly creatures in the night that, well, humans don't like in fantasy adventure games. So in this class, oh, let me clean a couple of things up here really fast. Yeah. So, because I like to keep my things nice and neat, we have uh, two public strings. One is a greeting, one is going to be a weapon. We have private integers, which is health and damage. I made those private because I wanted those separate. I didn't want to give control of that to classes that are going to inherit. So, anyway, moving on, we have a string here. Greet. I could have did this as a property, but I didn't. I just wanted to keep it simple for this discussion, guys. Anyway, so this is going to return greeting, okay, which is this string. So we make a constructor. This is the constructor for the orc. This is your normal orc. So the orc is going to have a weapon. He's going to have a club, and the greeting is going to say, "You see a stalwart orc standing before you, and it is wielding a," and then gives you the weapon. Okay, so that is your standard class. So now we have an inherited class called Orc Wizard, and it's going to inherit from Orc, and it inherits like the weapon and the greeting from it. So we make another constructor for this Orc Wizard. So the Orc Wizard's weapon is going to be a staff, and his greeting is going to change. It's going to say, "You see a gnarly Orc Wizard standing before you, and it is wielding a," and then weapon. Okay, so it'll be staff. Third one is another inherited class, because you should have two inherited classes if you're going to use a base class. We have an Orc Hero, which gets his stuff from Orc, but he's going to be supercharged. So we make another constructor called Orc Hero. We set his weapon as sword and shield, and we set his greeting to, "You see a huge orc hero standing before you, and it is wielding a weapon." So the inheritance is basically you're inheriting these things from it, and then, well, I do have some polymorphism with it because we're changing what it says. So I guess I killed two birds with one stone there. And then basically, I have a couple of buttons. One button is going to be for orc, then the next button is going to be for the wizard, the next one's going to be for the hero, and then I have one to close. So let's run this and see what happens. Okay guys, so I have three buttons here. Each one is a class. It's going to call something and put it in this text box. So if we click on the orc class, you see a stalwart orc standing before you, it is wielding a club. If you click the Orc Wizard class, you see a gnarly Orc Wizard standing before you, it is wielding a staff. If you click the Orc Hero, you see a huge Orc Hero standing before you. It is wielding a sword and shield. So there you go, guys. That is inheritance and also polymorphism. So happy accident there. Okay, guys, quit the program, and that is it. Have a good one, guys.